Welcome to the Anti-Noise Experience, podcast endurance, noise, and random musings. It's, 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, of course. I fell asleep early today, and Saturday morning I'll be getting up later on, but I was trying to download the latest podcast with the Jester, and it took forever on Zoom, probably because everybody and their teacher are using Zoom. So it took hours and hours, and then I had to edit it because I lost him a few times out there in Oklahoma. He's doing a 72-hour race in Load C, and I'll be throwing that up soon. He's going to run the 72 till tomorrow morning, and then he's going to put a 100-mile bib on, finish the 100, and then go back to the 72. So he hopes to get 70 or so miles in that first 24 hours, and then hopefully do 124 hours, and then go back out and do another 70 or so. So we'll get back to him. That'll be uploaded. I wanted to go through my Circumpolar around the world CRAW update, what I did on Friday, since I didn't go to the High Sierra Trail or Mammoth. I was kind of tired, so I just got up in the morning, slept in, actually woke up, middle of the night, did some paperwork, podcast work, went back to sleep, didn't get up till like after 6 o'clock, and got the weasel up, and we went and did our hour or so. Came home, did a little bit of kettlebell. So let's swoop down here so you can kind of see where I'm at. So I got up in the morning and headed out the door, and it's kind of late here, almost 6:30, and walked Blanca for 45 minutes of it, and then I walked 13 minutes. When you see Pug 13, that means I dropped her off at 47 minutes into my hour walk, and I ran for a few minutes, then I walked for 5 minutes, and then finished up the last 5 minutes. So a pretty slow morning, only 18:33 pace. It was a fastest for my Blanca me walk at that pace. Of course, I've only done it a few times, 3 times, so I make lots of segments. And then, of course, I had to walk home, and then I got home. KGB 10 means that I did, actually, it should have been Pavel. It isn't. Oh, no, that was KGB. KGB 10, we have a bunch of kettlebell drills that I do for runners, but I only use the 10-pound bell. Usually I use the 15 or 20, but I kind of hurt my right arm, so just kind of doing lots of things like swings and squats and around the head and around the body. And then I thought, well, it's Friday. I've already made my money for DoorDash this week. I don't really need to work, but I fired up Grubhub. Actually, I've been doing Grubhub all week. DoorDash, I didn't get a schedule, and if you don't get a schedule, you can't get on Grubhub. So I gave up on Grubhub. gave up on DoorDash this week and did Grubhub, and went out and made some pretty good deliveries. I got $29 to deliver a Burger King, Chicken McNuggets, and a few other things. Crazy amount of money, but it's the beginning of the month, so people are spending money. Then I got home, and usually I take a break, take a nap, and the Jester and I got on the Zoom, and we talked for a couple hours, over 2 hours. We talked with the race director as he was walking around Oklahoma on this 1-mile loop, and next thing I knew, it was 3 o'clock, and my new Garmin showed up. I got a Garmin 245 that in theory works with ZWIFT and has a lot of other features, and so I picked that up because I like the ZWIFT app for running especially, and took a while to play around with that. I had to upload and download programs and add this and that, and I finally got it going, and that's where you can see here I'm doing their Cyclist to 10K training program. I think it's like an 8-week program. It's like 2 or 3 workouts a week, and I went and popped on there, and it wasn't too accurate. It's saying that I did 3.25 miles in 14:05 pace. When I recalibrated, it was about 2.7 miles, but I kind of don't want to mess with it. I just kind of let it do its thing. It is nice having the watch linked up. I had this little foot pod thing that wasn't always working correctly either, And this at least gets the heart rate there showing and moving time and stuff like that. So not too bad, but it's still not good. So then I took that watch out because it's got like a swim feature, the auto, you can use swimming and all these things, elliptical. Went on the pool, put on my tether. A friend of mine was supposed to come over to swim, but she couldn't make it. Our pool's green. We got to pay a bunch of money to get a thing put in for it. But we're going to change the sand and the filter, which we have done forever. So I got in the pool, and I used this swim feature on the Garmin. And unfortunately, it's for swimming in a pool because you can put in the length of the pool, and it obviously figures out when you flip over, you've gone 50 meters. Well, I'm swimming in place, and there is no open water feature. So that was pretty disappointing. So I abandoned that and went back in the house, got my old school watch, my Garmin 235, which measures swimming pretty good. But by the time I got done with that, dinner was coming. So I just did a CrossFit kind of Tough Mudder workout in the pool. And that's where you can see here the 18 minutes. Didn't get the heart rate up very much of anything, 101, but lots of good little drills. So that was kind of my day for Circumpolar. I ended up, close all these things, for the day. Yesterday for Circumpolar, I ended up with almost 9 miles of walking, mainly a little bit of running. You can see the 2 peaks there, and ended up pulling off some decent sleep because I finally took some naps and stuff throughout the day. And let's see what else. And the exercise, it's just walks. I didn't swim long enough to actually have it record. You got to do at least 10 minutes. You can see down there on Thursday it got me as a swim. So all in all, a kind of easy day. Fridays are always kind of an easy day. I started running in 79 and usually had big races on Saturday. So when it came to Friday, I never really feel like doing a whole heck of a lot. And that's kind of what I did yesterday. So not too big a deal. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this morning. I'm definitely going to just kind of go solo and see how I feel. Got 3 weeks before my next 100-mile race. Actually, 2 weeks. Yikes. So, as always, stay healthy, be boring, not epic.